Hey everybody, Travis Tooke here, and in this video I want to talk to you about why you are most likely not going to do most of the things that you want to do with your life. So I know that's a little bit of a damper to start off a video, but I want to give you some ideas on how maybe you can do some more of those things and make them happen. So I want you to imagine any goal that you have. Something that you want to do. Let's say get in shape, learn an instrument, learn a new language, something that you would love to do, you've been thinking about doing, and you haven't done it. So why haven't you done it? It's probably because when you think about doing the thing that you want to do, the fitness, the training, the get in shape, the whatever task it is, there's a feeling associated with the idea of becoming that. That's called motivation. It's an exciting, energy-driven feeling that we've all experienced, and we say, man, I'm onto something. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get in the best shape of my life. There's usually a trigger, whether it's something you saw on TV, someone that you know, something you participated in that just said, yes, this is what I want to do. That's called motivation. That's an incredible feeling, and unfortunately it's incredibly deceptive because it never sticks around for very long. So the two best feelings that we get associated with reaching our goal come when we think about doing the thing we haven't done yet, and right upon completing a task associated with that goal. The problem is getting from this point to this point, right? So that feeling of motivation, that excitement of, man, oh, tomorrow's gonna be, I'm gonna kill it tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be my best day ever. And you have a list of everything that you're gonna do, and you're gonna check them off, and you're just excited. And then you go to bed, you can barely sleep, right? So imagine whatever your goal is. You've had those moments where you're like, I can't sleep, I'm so excited about tomorrow. You probably don't get a good night's sleep, you fall asleep, you wake up, and it's gone. You feel very different. Now, you're like, crap, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Well, I'm still planning on doing it, nothing has changed. But what's going to happen is the very first interruption that allows you to shift your focus away from that goal, you're going to allow that to become the reason why you don't finish that task. Because the motivation isn't there. You are associating the goal with a feeling and not actually reaching the goal. Because, face it, there is no goal worth achieving that's going to allow you to feel great about the work every moment of the time that you're working toward it. If you are training in martial arts to become a black belt, if you're training to become a champion on the mat, you know this already. You are not feeling 100% motivated and great 24/7 about that goal. You're sore, you're tired, you don't always want to go to practice. You have implemented methods to keep you accountable for that goal. And that's the answer. You have to have an intelligent, specific approach to attacking your goals. Motivation is the worst. And I mean, it's great for feeling good about what you're doing. But if you're the type that's quickly disappointed when those feelings change, you'll never get anything done. You have to associate a painful consequence with not working toward that task. And that only comes if you set up certain accountability markers. The best thing you can do, or at least one of the best things you can do, is to have a friend, a family member, someone who you trust that you're going to help hold you accountable. Someone that if you have to go to them and tell them, I didn't work on my goal today, and I have no good excuse for it, that they're going to put you in check, and there's going to be some pain, some disappointment associated with that, so that you're unlikely to repeat that behavior. The idea of setting a goal quietly and working on it quietly does work for some, and if that's you, great. You don't even need this video. But for most people, our brains don't work that way. We get excited, we get motivated, the motivation fades, we're disappointed, we let something interrupt us, and then we don't work on it. So, the only way to get from the good feeling of motivation through the work of the task and arriving at that same good feeling of completion of the task is you have to set up an ongoing lifestyle that includes that work. So if you say, I want to get in shape, that cannot be a temporary goal. It's pointless. And I know that you've all heard this, but I bet a lot of you have experienced this if you're not in the shape that you want to be in. You go through waves. I get in shape, I don't. Or I think about getting in shape, and then I get out of shape. It's never going to stick if it doesn't become a permanent part of who you are. You say, I exercise these 3 days, only an emergency will take me away from this. I know in my case, I teach jiu-jitsu for a living, so I have the opportunity to be on the mat and do that every day, and that has become something I've set up with my life. But if that's not your job, and you're not required to do it, but it's something that you really want, then you're going to have to set up a very intelligently designed plan to make that happen. And it needs to be something that has no foreseeable end. Because if you can see the end of it, then, as in, I'm going to get in shape for 6 months and then I'll take a break, you're probably going to regress back to a worse level of health than you were when you started the plan, because it has not become permanent in your mind. This is everything that you want to do. If you want to be a black belt, the black belt's not the end goal. And those of you that are black belts, you know that once you get the black belt, all that means is you finally know enough to understand that you have so much more to learn. So I want you to do this if you have a specific goal. For one, understand that the motivation is like a drug. You're going to feel really good, and then it's going to crash probably a lot sooner than you would hope it would. So we don't rely on motivation. Now, if you're motivated while you're working, great, because you can push through a lot. But you must understand this is a fact. You will not maintain that level of motivation. It's the ability to persistently work through those downtimes. And that requires a sense of accountability. That requires being accountable to someone or more than one person that can keep you in check. Someone, and it's got to be someone, like, it might not be someone who you really like, to hang out with, because if it's a close friend or somebody who wants to make you happy, they'll allow you to quit. And that's not going to help you. It can't be someone who says, oh, you're tired today, you don't want to exercise. I understand, I'm tired too. Let's not work out together. That person can't be your accountability partner, right? You find someone that's going to hold you to a very high standard. And with enough practice and a design that works these plans into an ongoing way of life, you can start to really develop the discipline needed to do it on your own. But doing it on your own in the beginning is unlikely. So get some people around you that are going to hold you accountable, and set up a permanent schedule. Nothing interrupts us short of a real emergency. You don't compromise your exercise. If it's jiu-jitsu, you don't compromise your practice. If it's playing an instrument, you don't say, I don't feel like playing today, because then you're not really serious. You don't want to do it. And be honest with yourself. But a lot of people, we want to do it, but it's getting from the motivation to the completion. We feel great during these 2 points, right? I'm motivated thinking about tomorrow. I feel awesome that I finished my workout or finished my practice, whatever I did. It's this in between where my thoughts get hijacked by all the reasons why I should procrastinate and put it off. It takes some brutal honesty, but it's very liberating to reach that point. Then you can just be honest. I didn't do what I was supposed to do today because I was lazy, and I have no excuse. I'm going to double up tomorrow. So anyway, I hope this helps. I know I said most of you are not going to reach your goals, but if you're watching this and you watch it all the way through, I believe you probably will. So if you like this, share it with a friend and find some people that can help you reach that next level.